Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Zané Dlamini. If this is your first time joining us, I hope you do subscribe, and if you're returning here, thank you for coming back. Please don't forget to like this video, comment down below, let's engage in the comment section, and share this video with your friends. So in today's video, I'll actually be sharing a story time of some sort about my periods and my anemia. So anemia is essentially a lack of blood. That's the easiest way I can literally describe it. If you want more context on the definition, you can just check on the internet, on Google and stuff like that. So where did it all start? Okay, so basically I was born with it, so it can be genetically transferred, or you can inherit it genetically. You can inherit it genetically. So that's how I got it, from family members and stuff like that. So I was born with it. I remember when I was young, I used to eat sand. Yes, I did. I used to eat sand, and my mom would literally shout at me for that, and she would literally take me to the doctor, and I'll always do blood tests and stuff like that. I cannot say I did take medication for it or something like that when I was young. I don't remember that part. What I do remember is just me craving sand and eating sand outside when we used to stay back in Iskawini. So yeah, that happened, and then I grew up, and then I think I stopped. No, I didn't stop craving sand. I used to still crave sand, and sometimes I would crave chalk, and I would eat it every now and then, but it wasn't bad. And then I grew up, and then at 12 years old I started my period. So when I started my period, I had a very heavy flow, and I'm actually talking about anemia and periods because they actually work hand in hand together. So when I actually started my period, I had a heavy flow, and my periods weren't regular. So I would get a period every 3 months or every 4 months. So it was like 3 times a year or 4 times a year. It depends whether I was lucky or not. That's what I would always say. And my period pains were very hectic. Like I would get like diarrhea and stuff like that if I had periods and if I had period pains. So it was just hectic, and I couldn't also sleep. And every time when I was on my period, I would literally have to change like my pad every single hour or every 30 minutes and stuff like that. And it was just that bad when I got it. So 13 years old, I remember. So I started my period at 12, so nothing happened at 12 years when I was 12 years old, because I started my period in August, 11th of August to start my period. And then that was like, and then when I was 13, I remember this one time, it was Sunday. I had breakfast, because I always had breakfast. I always took medication in the morning. I don't know why. I always had to take medication. I've always been a sick child. That's what I always say. So I always had to take medication in the morning. And I remember this one time, my mom was like, no, we're going to be late for church, you can't eat. And I'm Anglican, so my mom, like, she believes that you need to fast before you can actually receive the Holy Communion. But I can't do that, because as I said before, I take medication, so I have to eat and take medication before I go to church. So then she was like, okay, Sissy, I'm leaving you. And I was like, okay, I'm done. Okay, then I ate, and then fine. Then we went to church. And then when it was actually time for praying in church, they were praying, and I fainted. And then I was like, what just happened? I literally remember hitting my head on the floor. Obviously, after it happened, I didn't remember what happened. But then obviously after a few hours, after a few minutes, it comes back like what really happened. So I just got dizzy and I blacked out, and then I just fainted. And then this other old lady that was next to me, she woke me up. She slapped me until I woke up. And then next thing I saw, there was water. I was drinking water. I was crying. I don't even know why I was crying, but yeah. And then when it was time for receiving Holy Communion, I remember the priest, he started praying for me. He started casting out demons from me. Guys, I was so embarrassed. I was just like, what the hell is going on? But like after that, my mom decided on Monday to take me to the doctor for some blood tests and stuff like that. And then they told me that I'm anemic, I've got iron deficiency, and I need to start taking iron supplements. And I think at that time I started taking Ferrimid. I think that's what you call it. I'm not sure. You can correct me if you've taken any of these supplements. And then I started taking for 3 months. I'm not going to say that they helped. I'm not going to say that I was loyal. I took them every night. I'm really bad when it comes to taking medication. So I'm not going to sit here and say, yes, I was taking it every night. No, I didn't do that. I don't even think I actually finished my prescription, because I really get annoyed with taking medication, guys. Like, I can't. But yeah, anyway, so that happened. And then fine, I got better. And then like as years progressed, I kept on having this thing. Like sometimes I would bleed for like 3 months, and then I would actually be diagnosed with iron deficiency, and then I would have to take supplements again and again and again. It was like a cycle. And then sometimes I would actually bleed so much that I would need to go to the hospital for them to stop the bleeding. And then also at the same time, because if they're treating the bleeding, then they also have to treat the anemia and stuff. So I would actually go to the hospital for that, and then I would get admitted, and then I would literally like stay in hospital until I finish my period or something like that, because sometimes I would even like throw up, you know, like while I'm on my period. I would throw up everything. I would feel so weak. It would feel so terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know if this is TMI, but if you can relate, let me know in the comment section down below. But then also now the other thing was that in 2017-16, I'm not sure, I was working somewhere, and then it was raining. You know that smell of rain, like it was so bad, like my anemia was so bad that year, guys. Yo, I can't believe it. Like, you know that smell that you get. Okay, like that year it was actually like a time. At that time I was actually like having the prolonged period for like the 3 months period, the non-stop heavy flow 3 months period. I was having that. So obviously, as I said, that also triggers the anemia. So I was working, and you know when it rains and the soil is still it's still dry and it rains and the smell of soil and stuff. So I got that, and guys, I've never gone so crazy in my life. Literally, I was shaking when I could smell it. I wanted to eat soil. I was literally shaking. I wanted it so bad, and I was so embarrassed because now if I just go outside and start eating sand, people were just gonna all look at me like, are you crazy or what? But literally my body wanted it, and I really wanted it. Like, it's such an embarrassing thing to actually talk about right now, but like this is the reality that some women actually live with. And I was craving soil so badly. I was literally shaking. I remember telling the girl that was sitting in front of me that I'm craving soil, and she's like, is that why you're shaking? I thought you were cold. I'm like, no, I'm not cold. My body really wants soil. Like, it smells so good, and if it smells that good, then it actually tastes good. And especially when you go like back home, I'm from Mpangeni, so when you go back there, they usually have like red soil, and oh my goodness, that thing tasted so amazing. I know it's weird now that I'm talking about it, but yeah. But like that time, I literally called my mom, like, Mom, no, this is bad. It was raining and I was craving soil. I think I need to go see the doctor. So I went to a gynecologist, and they firstly had to sort out this bleeding thing. And guys, I just want to say something with this bleeding thing. Usually what they do is they give you contraceptives to actually normalize, to actually make your periods regular and stuff. And for me personally, my experience is just that I've tried not almost every contraceptive, but every contraceptive I've tried has always failed me, because maybe I'll drink the contraceptive for like 3 months, and then after 3 months my period will be normal for like 3-4 months, and then after that we're back to getting periods like after 3 months or after 4 months. And you gain weight, you get depressed, you lose weight, you get acne, you get glowing skin, you get, you know. So I'm just like, I'm tired of contraceptives. Honestly, I started taking contraceptives ever since I was actually 13. Oh yeah, that's why I used to take medication when I was young. I was on contraceptives. So I was like, I'm tired of contraceptives. So I'm just like, whatever. I don't believe that they work because they've never worked for me, but I don't know, it could be a different story for someone else with different people at the end of the day. So after that, they gave me contraceptives, and he also gave me something for my anemia, because like, yeah, that's definitely going to trigger your anemia. So he also gave me something for my anemia. Okay, fine. So after that, I got better and I got fine. And then, so every time when I'm in Cape Town, usually most of the time I'm indoors. So usually I just attend, and then I go back to my room and I just chill and stuff. I don't stay in the sun. I don't do that. So what usually happens when I'm here, it's not like back home, because I can chill in the sun, or I can chill outside and get some sun on my skin and stuff. So what happens here? So what happens is that now I would get symptoms of anemia. Oh yes, let me tell you the symptoms of anemia. So it's firstly your fingernails. So if your fingernails are like light like this, it's a sign that you might be anemic. And then your tongue, if it's white, it's a sign that you might be anemic. Obviously being dizzy, being nauseous, those are the few things that I can remember at the top of my head. Could be more, I don't know, but I would actually tell you that the symptoms are very similar to pregnancy symptoms. I'm not even gonna lie to you. At some point I was like, maybe I'm pregnant, but you know, they're very similar. And because I remember even, I'm getting there. So in university now, after taking the contraceptives that I got from a gynecologist back home, I went back to school, and in winter, I think, yeah, in winter, usually it happens in winter because there's no sun in winter here in Cape Town, and I'm usually indoors in winter. And then I went to the doctor and I told the doctor that I'm actually feeling a bit dizzy and I feel like tired and I feel very lazy and stuff. And then she asked me if I've tested for my eye, and I'm like, no, I haven't done that in a while. So I have to always test like every 6 months and stuff. That's what they said I must do. And then she's like, okay, fine, you need to test for that and actually like and actually sort it out if it's a problem. I was like, okay, fine. So after 2 days the results came, and then she sent me an email. She's like, I must come to her practice as soon as possible, it's urgent. And I'm here thinking, Aibo, what could be bad? Yeah, boy. And then so I go there, and then she's like, sissy, okay, she didn't say sissy, but she's like, I'm sorry, but like this is really bad. Your iron levels are so low and your vitamin D is really low. I'm gonna give you some supplements. She gave me D-tabs, and she also gave me Shelifer, I think it's Shelifer, yeah. She also gave me Shelifer for my iron. I got the highest dosage because she's just like, it's really bad, and I was also on a diet, like on a strict diet on what to eat and everything. So this is why I can't be vegan, because of the fact that I need to eat certain foods to make sure that my iron intake is on par. So she was like, I need to eat red meat, I need to eat dark meat, I need to eat spinach, I need to eat broccoli, I need to eat all these things, and every night I have to make sure that my food consists of that. So if you ever see me eating spinach, sometimes it's just for that, because I know, okay. And then I was like, okay, I told my mom, like, mom, but my diet is gonna need to change, and apparently because things are really bad. And my mom was like, okay, it's fine, I should start buying these things, I should start focusing on that. And I was eating a lot of red meat at that point in time. And then I remember I had a lunch date with a friend of mine, and I ordered a duck meat, what do you call this? It was a duck meat, it was a salad with duck meat, yes. So I ordered that, and she asked me, why am I eating duck? And I'm just like, hey sissy, it's bad, you know. And then she's like, why, what's going on? And I told her the story, and she's like, oh, she can also relate, she's also had something like this before. And then I'm like, yeah, and it's been happening for years, and I don't know what to do anymore, you know. And then she's like, you know what, she was like, she has a sister that's a doctor, and she told her that she must eat 1 spoon of beetroot every single day if she wants this thing to be better. And ever since she did that, she's been better. She hasn't had a problem ever since. And I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna sleep on this, because I mean, I love beetroot. I know some people don't like it, I like it. I was like, I like beetroot, so why not? And I did that. So almost every single day of my life right now, I eat a spoon of beetroot, but I haven't been doing it in a while, and I'm starting to slack. I can literally feel myself getting lazy, I can feel myself getting dizzy sometimes every now and then. And yeah, so this is why I actually made this video, because I realized, you know what, I need to check myself. So yeah, I did that, and then ever since then, I'm not even gonna lie, it's been better. Like, fine, the supplements did help, but then I don't like relying on medication. As I said before, I don't like relying on medication. I'm more of a person that actually likes relying on natural things to cure things, to cure myself, because if all the medication is gone, the only thing we have left is nature and what it gives to us. So that's what I actually like to rely on. But I would honestly encourage you to get tested for your iron and your anemia, and just to see where you stand, especially if you're someone that actually has irregular periods or endometriosis. I don't know how you pronounce that word, and I know some people are going to think I do have that thing. I don't have it. I did test for it, and they did say that it's not it. It's just a hormonal thing. My hormones are imbalanced, so that's just it. So usually it's just a thing of getting the hormones balanced, and then they do their thing, and I'm just like, I'm tired. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Let me know in the comment section down below if you can relate, or if you have any other questions, ask me in the comment section down below. You guys do know that I read and respond to every single comment that you guys leave. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you so much.